Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. All right, once we hit 40, it is more important than ever to stay in shape. But things become a little bit more difficult maybe than they used to be. So we have Christine Hales joining us. She is a personal trainer and the owner of Start Moving Fitness. And she is going to help us remember some of the key components to making sure we are staying healthy after 40. Thank you for coming in today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm really excited to have you here because you are a wealth of knowledge on this. And if you have been putting off working out, hopefully this motivates you to get moving, because when we turn 40, what happens? What are the things that start happening to our body?
Well, of course, we start having some changes in our hormones. So in perimenopause and menopause, those fluctuations in the hormones, especially estrogen, with the reduction and then elimination of estrogen, in menopause, we are at higher risk for certain diseases. So one of the things that we're at risk for is heart disease. Mm-hmm. And that is still the #1 killer of women. And in addition to that, we lose muscle. So sarcopenia is the loss of muscle, and that's another thing that puts us at risk for things like falls. In addition to that, osteoporosis, which is a thinning of bones. And if we happen to fall, we are at higher risk of fracture with that. And then one other thing is classic belly fat, which is a completely normal thing for all women who go through perimenopause and menopause. But we want to be concerned with what's called visceral fat, and that's the harder type of fat that surrounds our organs. That can lead to heart disease and type 2 diabetes.
I think that's so important to distinguish that, because I know, trust me, I've experienced it too. As you get older, things just start happening.
Things change.
But this is different than it's the fat that we can't see necessarily.
Correct.
That can be very bad for us.
So the visceral fat is a harder type of fat that surrounds your organs. It's not the pinchable type of fat, which just about all of us have. So when we have a certain amount of visceral fat, that can lead to higher risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. So we want to definitely take that into consideration and try to do some things to reduce our risk for those types of diseases.
So she is going to help us out today. The first thing we're going to do is a test of sorts, correct?
The first test is called Sit to Stand, and that is a 30-second test for pretty much anyone. I use it a lot for seniors, and you take a chair that we're sitting in, your feet out in front. We're going to place our hands across our chest like this, so we don't use our hands in this test. 30 seconds, you stand all the way up and sit down. You want to go as fast as you can in 30 seconds.
We're going to do this for 30 seconds. You're going to time us?
30 seconds.
Andre's timing us. Are you ready?
Ready? Go.
Oh, you're fast. Okay. I'm not
Count
counting
your
out.
own.
Shoot. It's like workout. I never really need it.
You're going to get it. Keep going.
We're at 11. Okay. I'm doing this in heels too. Okay, I'm starting to feel this. You're clearly in a lot better shape than me. Done. Oh, we're done?
We're done.
Oh, okay.
We're done.
Okay.
I think I had 20 as well.
Are you sure? I think you beat me. But that's okay, because this is good. This is why I need this motivation.
And it gets your heart rate up.
My heart rate is moving. Whew. Okay.
It's a very functional test for leg strength.
So you should be able to do, I was not, I'm going to work
so
on
it's
that.
primarily a senior test. So anywhere from 12 to 15 for 60 to 69. Ages 50, you want to be around 17 or more, and 40 to 49, 19 or more.
And that's really good, because we were moving. I wasn't moving as fast as I should, but you're moving. So
you are moving, and you can.
I'm sure it's not easy for a lot of people to do that. So that just, again, is maybe a motivating factor then to get that workout and to start building that strength.
Right.
Now, what about, we have these little tape measurements. What are these for?
This next test assessment is called waist to hip ratio.
Okay.
And
I want to know this.
We're going to stand for this one. It's one way to assess your risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. So again, we're talking about the visceral fat that surrounds our organs, but this is one way to check for that. So you take the tape measure, and we're going to measure around the smallest part of our waist first.
Okay.
So that goes right above your belly button, whatever the smallest part is. So whatever number we get from that, and then we take the tape measure and we go around the biggest part of our hips, including your butt.
Okay.
So then goes down, and you don't have to show anybody your numbers. And then, so whatever number you get with that,
How do you cheat as best as you can? I'm kidding.
all the way down.
Okay.
So we want to pull that tight.
Okay.
And then we take your waist and we divide it into your hip.
Okay.
And so that number,
now there we
depending on-
go.
So if you are 0.8 or lower, you are at lower risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. 0.81 to
Interesting.
0.85 moderate, and then 0.86 or above, you're at higher risk.
That's good. So I mean, these are easy to get. Get one of these.
Anybody
Have-
has
yeah.
a tape measure. The pliable kind or the fabric kind is the best kind to use.
Now, quickly too, we brought up this visceral fat. Then what can we do then to reduce it, remove it, live a better life?
So there are, unfortunately, with perimenopause and menopause, it's not as easy as just calories in and calories out. We need to take other factors into consideration, such as nutrition, and protein is the building block of muscle, and it helps to keep you full throughout the day. So we want to definitely add protein, fiber as well. Fruits, vegetables, lentils, beans, those kinds of things help to keep you full.
And what are restorative activities?
Restorative activities, we want to restore before we do more. So walking outside in nature is a very good restorative activity. Yoga, breath work, meditation, Tai Chi, those kinds of things to kind of reduce the body's inflammation and calm the body a little bit.
Well, this is wonderful. I've learned so much from you.
Thank
Do you
you.
teach classes? How can we get in touch with you? Maybe have you?
I
help
do
us out
teach
more?
classes.
Okay.
My contact information is info@startmovingfitness.com.
There you go. You have it right there. So if you want more, do you teach private classes too? If you need, or
I train.
Okay,
I do
she's-
personal training, and I do teach
I
classes.
might be calling you up. I got to get that number.
Thank
the
you so much.
Sit to stand number up a little bit more. Thank you for coming in
You're
today.
very welcome. Thank you for
Hope you
having
learned a
me.
lot from that.